started up from Silverton, Colorado. We're going to head up Engineer Pass today, and kind of excited. This is our first time out here in Colorado doing some wheeling. So anyway, see how it looks.
Colorado did not disappoint. Such a great trip. Just beautiful. You can see from some of these pictures, it was just breathtaking. But speaking of breathtaking, the elevation is high. So just so you realize that it is hard to get out and take hikes. We noticed, every one of us, that we were out of breath as we were just trying to trudge up some of the hills, but it still was beautiful to go do. This is a view going on up to what is called Anamas Forks. It's a little mining town, and here's some of the ruins on the way up, but there's just some really neat areas to go and explore. When you get to Animus Forks, that's where the two passes come in together, both Engineer Pass and Cinnamon Pass. We took Engineer Pass first, and I'm glad we did. It took about 5 to 6 hours for us to get over that pass, maybe a little longer. We took our time to do it, but then we spent the night at Lake City, just on the other side of Engineer Pass, and then we came back on Cinnamon Pass. Cinnamon Pass only took us a couple hours to get over. The road was a lot easier. But enjoy some of these pictures.
This is all ice and snow. That must have been from an avalanche. Here, to this side. Look at that. Snowpack. Avalanche. I guess that makes sense though. Look how steep that is. Look at that snow cave right there. Wow.
This was Labor Day weekend, so there was a lot of traffic here, but we just really had a lot of fun. As you headed up the hill here, we made it to Odom Point. We went with my wife's brother and his wife, Colin and Mandy, and they had a Jeep Cherokee. It's just a really neat rig. He's been working on it and getting it fixed up, and it's just fun to go out with family and enjoy doing some fun Jeeping with them. Odom Point was just kind of a small bypass that you took, and then you came back onto the main trail, and then it wasn't much to head on up the hill before you got to Engineer Pass, the highest point of the trail. It was really just a neat place to stop. A lot of cool people that we talked to right around here, but then on our way back down, we noticed this guy. He kept kind of going from pole to pole watching us as we went down, so I guess he was just making sure that we were there for the right reasons. I don't know, but it was kind of cool. We saw a lot of sheep and deer and some cool wildlife while we were up there. But anyway, there was a lot of traffic. A lot of people were there for Labor Day. So part of the etiquette was those that are going uphill have the right of way. But everybody was really friendly, and we got a lot of good Jeep waves in while we were out there on the trail. Finally, we made it to the bottom of the pass and started to level out here, and we got next to the river. It was a really nice ride here. Sorry about all the bugs on the windshield there. We just had driven a long way that day. So, yeah, this is right before you get to another ghost town. I forget the name of the ghost town. It's really neat. You got to stop and see it. Take some time to walk around through this one. There's an old dam that looks like they had broken through, and a lot of old buildings. That's the dam right there. But it's kind of a cool place, and a lot of old buildings to be able to walk around through. But anyway, yeah, this is just outside of Lake City. We ended up spending the night not too far away from here along the side of the river. and we found a really great camp spot and had a nice place there to stay. But we ended up spending some time actually in Lake City, which you're going to see pictures of that here coming up. But I highly recommend it. I'm going to have to go back. The architecture is beautiful. The town, it's just like you're stepping back in time, back into the 1890s. A lot of the town is kind of the same way. Wooden boardwalks on the side. The old buildings are all original. Just a neat place. I'm gonna have to probably just spend a week there one day with my family and just go exploring everything around here. You could just stay here for a long time. Such a cute town. Next morning we got up early, got some breakfast, and hit the trail and started going up Cinnamon Pass. Now, a Cinnamon Pass is about the same distance, like I said, as Engineer Pass, but it was a lot quicker. Most of the road is pretty good up until just the last few miles, but you know, beautiful views again, just a wonderful time, and we had fun talking to a lot of people on the trail. But I bet you we were only on this trail for a couple of hours before we were over the pass. At the end of the trail, we came to Animas Forks again, and this time we spent time to have lunch, but just to kind of celebrate and walk around and be done with the day. We did end in Silverton, and we drove all the way to Durango. That's where we had dinner, and then the next day we headed home. Unfortunately for us, our Jeep had problems, and we ended up having to go to Moab to Dixie 4x4 and have some work done on our Jeep there. But grateful they were open on Labor Day to fix our Jeep for us. But we made it home. We had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed the pictures.